are you surprised in any way, or maybe not surprised, but how does it feel, I guess, for you to see, what you guys have done being, respected and continued for so long by all these brands and all these people?
It's amazing. I mean, it
Yeah.
really is amazing, that because the hints of it were there when we very first started. We appealed to everybody. We would see
Yeah.
families always come, with their kids, and the father and the mother that were involved. They like it. They watched the movies together. They took cross country trips together, listening to our tapes, and blah, 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 But it was always a family. That's we used to say is we make the only true family movies because you have to take your family in order to get in to see it.
That's true. Yeah. At a certain age, that's the only way you're getting in.
Yeah,
Oh my
exactly.
gosh.
So we always come, and it is amazing. We have a certain feel to our work that really appeals to everybody at the same work at the same time, young and old, and they both
Yeah.
kind of get the joke. So lucky that way, I guess.
No question. I mean, when you first teamed up with Tommy Chong, I mean, how long exactly did it take? Like, did you guys start doing comedy that wasn't Cheech and Chong at first? And how
Oh
long did
yeah,
it take to form? You did, right? Yeah.
yeah. I met Tommy in Vancouver. And he was always a musician all his life, was with Motown for many years. His had a band, was the first mixed band ever signed to Motown. He wrote a big hit for it, Does Your Mama Know About Me? And
Yeah.
and all those things. So and I was a musician all my life too, since I was a little kid. And so when I first met him, he had seen improv theater in his days on the road in Chicago, the Second City, in San
Mm.
Francisco, the Committee, and other groups. And so when he finished with his deal with Motown, he decided that's what he wanted to do. He wanted to do improv theater. Never had spoken on stage before. I mean, he was a
Wow.
guitar player.
Ambitious.
Yeah, but that's what he wanted to do. So when he got back to Vancouver after his parents had been entrusted to he left them with this nightclub to run in his absence, and they had turned it into Vancouver's first topless bar.
Oh, wow. There you
And
go.
it was in Chinatown in Vancouver, real rough
Yeah.
section.
Still today,
Really,
right?
still, oh yeah, it's probably even rougher too.
Yeah.
Well, Vancouver has a reputation for a lot of things. It was always a Chinese port. Canada always had a relationship with Red China during the days,
Yeah.
so it was the big heroin entree
Mm.
in Vancouver. So Vancouver was known for that. And so it was a tough neighborhood. And so he's running this. He decided to turn the topless bar into an improv theater, but still keep the topless element. So it
Oh,
was
there you
topless
go.
improv. You know, in effect, what we were doing is I kind of realized later what we were doing was hippie burlesque. It was classic
Right.
burlesque, comedians and strippers,
That's
and
interesting, though.
that is exactly the recipe of burlesque. Lenny
Right.
Bruce came out of that. A lot of other things, guys came out of that. But that's what we were doing. But but the comedy element was improv comedy that we
Right.
started to do with the strippers. And Tommy went to the dancers and he said, "Okay, girls." You're not strippers anymore. Oh, no, you're actresses. Oh, okay. So you get paid less, but you're but
Oh, yeah,
just
exactly. Yeah. We
take
got
off your
to adjust the
clothes.
pay grade, too.
So you can't afford clothes, so we'll do without the clothes.
Yeah.
but
Costume department's cheaper.
it is. You can get a G string, man. That's it. And so we had this weird hybrid of down home strip bar and this improv comedy that's at the same time, and so we started attracting an audience.
Of course.
You know, yeah, because it was a tough audience at first. It was loggers and bikers
Right.
and it was a tough crowd. The only thing we were afraid of is because they always try to get up this on the stage and beat us up. Because
Really?
hey, I'm supposed to be naked girls. What are you guys doing?
Yeah.
All
Who's these
there guys
guys?
talking to us. What the fuck? you know. And so they sometimes get pissed off. And all of a sudden, because bikers aren't the easiest ones to make laugh.
That's true. Not a
They don't
notorious
got a really
reputation for
great
that.
sense of humor. And so all of a sudden we started doing that. And then all of a sudden we got reviewed by the Vancouver Sun, the big
Hmm.
newspaper. And he didn't much like us, but he appreciated what we were trying to do. So then we
Right.
started drawing on audience, and then boom, boom, boom. And then, of course, at the certain point, the rest of the group quit to go to the hills and get their head together, I guess. And I
Mm,
went into the hills. My head was together, my
right.
pocketbook was together. So it was just me and Tommy, and we decided, well, what do we do? Well, we'll have a duo, but you're a singer and I'm a guitar player. We'll have a band, and we'll be like a lounge act. We could
Mm.
maybe play Vegas or something like that.